Now this is the D2 HGV license application form you require. Just check in the top right hand corner you've got the right one, and it'll say D2 there. You need to fill out the form using capital letters and in black ink, okay? What are you applying for? Put an X against the type of license you want and the categories you need where applicable. Now, I'm going to operate under the presumption that everyone is going from a car license direct to lorries, okay? So you'll need to be ticking, or crossing rather, the first entitlement box, okay? So just to clarify, that's if you're going straight from a car and this is your first provisional license to drive any sort of lorry. Now, you may only want to drive a category C lorry. That might be your only ambition, your only aim, but this is free, okay? So it's important to just fill out all the boxes just in case in future you decide you want to proceed and do your CE or C plus E, etc. And why not? Let's throw in the buses as well. So after we've filled out this section, we jump over to section 2, your details. Your first of all, you need to fill out your GB driving license number. Now that is number 5 on your driving license. Okay, so I'll just fill out this one here, make one up. Don't forget to write in capital letters. And below that, we want your title, surname, first name, date of birth, and the full current address, which will be shown on your new license. So if you've moved house in the meantime, put in your new address here, okay? So as we discussed, this is your current address. Now, if you have a previous address which is listed on your driving license, you need to fill out your previous address there, okay? Now, underneath it's country where you were born in. That's a pretty simple one for me, which is the UK. Obviously, you place in whichever country you were born in. Now, if you have lived in any other EU or EEA country in the last 12 months, please tell us which. I have, so I'll put Italy there. And the date I returned to the UK. Okay, so if you're, for instance, a foreign national from Poland, let's say, you would place, and you were born in Poland, you would place Poland in there. And obviously, if you lived in Poland within the last 12 months, you would place Poland in there. And the date you returned or came to the UK would be placed in there. Now, moving forward to the next section, your eyesight and your hearing. Now, in theory, you should have already done your D4 medical, and any of these issues should have been picked up when doing that. So, can you meet the legal eyesight standard for driving? If you're filling out the application, the answer would be yes. Do you need to wear glasses or corrective lenses to meet this standard? If you wear glasses, that's not a problem. Just tick the yes box. If not, just click no. Do you need to wear glasses or corrective lenses to meet the legal eyesight standard for lorry or bus vehicles? Again, that's not a problem, but you do need to make it clear to the DVLA that you do wear glasses if you do. Are you profoundly deaf? The answer is no. And if yes, that's not applicable, obviously, because you're not deaf. Now, organ donation, quite an important one. So if you want to register your details on the NHS organ donor register to donate, please tick the boxes and select which ones. Now, here's a section for your photograph. If you don't have a photo driving license already and a photograph on file with the DVLA, you will need to put one in. And also, if you're changing from a non-GB UK license to a UK license, you will need to put a photo in. Okay? That will also need to be certified on the back. Now, this section's for your conduct. You must give details of findings of guilt, fixed penalties and cautions relating to driver's hours or records, roadworthiness or loading vehicles. So you'll place the date of the offence there, the court, the proceedings took place in there, the offence and the sentence or fine there. Now, personally, I would also put in any speeding offences picked up in a car. So let's move on to the second page. So number 4, your health. Have you ever had or do you currently suffer from any of the following conditions? So you need to go through all these conditions listed and tick whichever apply to you. Now this won't necessarily mean you won't get a provisional license, but if you are ticking some of the boxes, it may mean the DVLA will investigate further and want more evidence with regards to your illness before they issue the provisional license. So for the benefit of this video, let's pretend I've had a few illnesses. We will tick yes or cross yes in the box, and then we'll select the issues I've currently got. So a serious problem with memory or periods of confusion, you tick the relevant boxes and the boxes that are relevant to you. Okay? Now here we are below. If you have declared any condition above, you must answer the questions below. Have you told us about this condition before? Yes or no. Has the condition got worse? Yes or no. Now again, by ticking these boxes, it doesn't necessarily mean you won't be issued with a provisional license by the DVLA, but quite rightly they may want to investigate further and have further checks or reports from your doctor, etc. Okay? So let's move on to your proof of identity here. Now you only need to fill out this section if you don't currently have a GB photo license, okay? Because the DVLA will be able to verify your details from that. Now moving on to the checklist down in the bottom left-hand corner. I have signed the form, section 7. As you can see there, that's been signed. You must keep your signature within the white box and date it up here, okay? So we'll give that one a little cross there. And the correct fee of, luckily, this is one of the few things from the DVLA that are free, so ignore that one. Check your postal order, ignore that because it's a freebie. Identity document, if this applies. It doesn't if you're holding a GB license already, so don't worry about that. My photo, again, if you're holding a GB photocard license already, that doesn't apply. You need to include your GB license in the envelope. Don't forget to place that in. So we'll cross that. My test pass certificate, not relevant. A filled in medical examination report, D4 if this applies. That does apply, and you will need to have done that before sending that off. Okay? So we'll cross that. Now once you've filled out your application form and completed it, you will need to send them off to the DVLA. In the brown envelope they've given you, you will need to place the D2 application, HGV application, your D4 medical exam. Again, if you haven't done this or don't know anything about this, go back to our channel and we'll show you how to do it and the best providers to use. And finally, your driving license. Pop them all in the brown envelope and send them off to the address we're going to post up now.
You should send your completed application forms to the DVLA, Swansea, SA99, 1BR.
So that pretty much covers the D2 LGV HGV application form. If you do have any questions, fill them out in the comments section below and we'll be happy to answer them. Best of luck.